Two teams left to decide who goes to the state title game. Will it be the Grandview Wolves from the Centennial League, sporting a 21-6 record, seeded number 8, or will it be the two-time defending state champion Chaparral Wolverines? We're coming to you live from the Denver Coliseum. Mary Kay Morrow courtside as we're underway. Grandview against Chaparral. Final four action. Doherty already punched a ticket to the finals. Winner here will face the Doherty Spartans, ranked number 1 and undefeated currently in Colorado High School volleyball. Starting off first, Chaparral gets on the board with Abby Shelton, who was injured in the last match at 14-13. And then against Eagle Crest. And Sherman came into play for her valiantly, the sophomore, Taylor Sherman. Back at it, though. Abby Shelton's got a wrap on the left knee. She will be serving and playing front row. So Shelton gets a point to start things for Chaparral, and she will take a seat as Taylor Sherman will play back row for her. Grandview. On the serve is Sarah Mullins. Starts it the way she did against Eagle Crest. Here it is. Quick set in the middle. Patrick can't handle it. It's going to be a free ball over. Reynolds. That's Stanley. Here's a quick to Patrick. Just caught the back line. Pretty job by Katie Patrick. 6'2" sophomore. These two teams know each other so well. And T.R. Ellis, along with Patty Childress. When we talk about Sally Moose from Cherry Creek, some of the best coaching in the state comes from these programs. That one sails long. Grandview picks up another point, leads it by 3. Leads by 2, 3-1. Mullins continues to serve. She had a couple aces against Eagle Crest. Here's a put away, and Montgomery able to put it down clean. No one in the way there. So Stanley, Thorpe, Sherman gets the pass. Stanley will free ball it over. All right, backs it on the way. Chaparral, and pretty swing by Koppel. And Kylie Koppel gets it off the arms of Thorpe. Thorpe, the libero. Mullins continues to serve. 5-1. Grandview, back set. Ferguson, out of bounds. Grandview 6. So Mullins in a situation here where it's a 6-0 run for Grandview. Outside to Stanley, roll spike. Svalberg, outside. Oh, great adjustment by Montgomery, but it was called double hit. So she couldn't get her hand on it. She uses 2 to just pass it over. Didn't catch it cleanly. But not before the Wolves rattle off 6 in a row. So 6-2. Svalberg on the shoot set. Patrick able to play it off the blockers and get the point. Side out Grandview. Pace again, we have seen great pace. Dane's running our board, our technician here for Colorado Sports Network, bringing you live action of the Colorado High School State Volleyball Tournament. 3A, 4A, and 5A, all playing on 5 courts simultaneously. So you'll see a lot of distractions. Once in a while, a ball will go into the court, and there'll be a replay. On the serve for the Wolves, Aaron Moydell, service error. So unofficially, in that last match for Chaparral, 3-1 victory over Cherokee Trail, 14 service errors. That means 14 free points for Cherokee Trail. All right, Grandview had a problem too in service errors in its match against Eagle Crest. Having 9 service errors unofficially. All right, outside. McLaren off the blockers. Picked up by Chaparral. Here's the big hit by Shelton. Off the blockers. Got it. Shelton playing with a lot of emotion. The senior all-state player. You see her bouncing on that knee. She got injured when she went after a ball that was errant off an arm, trying to keep it alive. In between courts, these courts are built with like plastic squares, like a puzzle. And there's a gap between them, and she caught her foot on it, hit her knee, stayed out of the match, and her team rose to the occasion. The seniors and the sophomores put it together to defeat Cherokee Trail, formidable opponent. Terry Miller had an excellent season with his squad. 3-1 to make it here in the semifinal matchup. All right, and to keep their hopes alive to defend their state title. All right, here's Shelton. Now goes outside, back to Shelton, down the middle, nothing but the red court. Shelton, what an exclamation point. Dane, our technician's like, there's nothing wrong with that knee. When you see that kind of power, the leaping ability and coming down on it, I tell you, she's playing with a lot, not only emotion, ace serve, far side for Chaparral. We are tied at 8 after a 6-0 run by Grandview to go up 6-1, then it was 7-2, and now we're tied at 8. We'll step aside. You're watching live coverage of the semifinal match between Grandview and Chaparral. The winner goes to the championship against Doherty. We're live on CHSAA.tv. Morgan Stanley at the serve, 5 in a row for Chaparral. Here's the quick to Patrick, off the blockers. No one's going to get that one. Great execution coming out of the timeout for Grandview to get the point, and the serve back. Ederoff in the libero for Grandview, who leads it by 1. Stanley to Ellis, and look at the power by Shelton. Kept alive by Svalberg and Koppel. Power dink by Ellis. Outside, here comes McLaren. She's going to have to hurry and tip it over. Shelton keeps it alive, gets out of the way. Down ball by Stanley, picked up at the net. Off the pin is Shelton. Smiles big, missed that one as it hit the outside antenna. 10-8 Grandview. Ederoff continues on her service. Second one coming up. Waiting for the up judge to call play. Now he motions for Ederoff to start. Thorpe on the pass. Back set. Adams off the blockers. Koppel goes to McLaren. McLaren off the net. Koppel's going to stand up and just stroke it. Down ball over. Here's a nice down ball by Stanley. Kept alive on the far side by Grandview. Shelton taps it over. Great rally here. Back set to Svalberg. And now McLaren's going to set up, unleash. Great diving save by Stanley. Over the top is Shelton. Dink. Great move by Ellis to keep it alive. And here's a down ball attempt into the net by Shelton. She was flat-footed, not a usual type of play for her. And not sure if she just chose to do that or if she just wasn't in position to jump, or maybe her knee hurts. I don't know. But she doesn't seem to be bothered too much by the knee nonetheless. Great rally, point, Grandview up by 3. Adams times it. Roll spikes it. Did she get it in? Just missed the back corner. Just missed it. Another run here in the makings for Grandview. That is 6-0 run. Beginning of the set. Now on a 4-0 run to answer the 5-0 run by Chaparral. Down ball by Shelton. Set goes outside of McLaren. Off the blockers, picked up by Shelton. Ellis goes back to Shelton, off the blockers, got it. Nice move. That is so tough as an outside hitter, is to go ahead and play a defense, then get back in time to receive the set. And Shelton did it, along with an injured knee. All right, 12-9. We'll probably hear it a few more times in this match. Oh, tough set by Koppel. Beautiful. She stayed up close to the net, didn't even fall into it. As Svalberg put it away, 13-9, Grandview. Svalberg back to serve. Shelton tries to go around the block. This time hits the top of the tape, and the hitting error garners a point for Grandview. We got a timeout on the floor. Tierra Ellis wants to talk about it. Grandview leads it by 5, 14-9. Our volleyball coverage is presented in part by College in Colorado, where higher education is the key to a student's future. collegeincolorado.org can help your student create a lifelong plan and explore his or her dreams for the future. That's collegeincolorado.org. We're pleased to have Colorado Preps Network covering the state for the volleyball tournament, football playoffs. Go to coloradopreps.com. Kevin Schaefer's got people all over the state, and what a terrific service it is to the community. We've got great amount of outpouring of support here at the Denver Coliseum. Nice feel to the Coliseum. Intimate for these high school student athletes. All right, Svalberg will do the honors. She will continue to serve. 14, serving 9. First set action, winner heads to the title match to meet Doherty, #1 seed. Outside, Shelton over the top. Svalberg will get it in front to McLaren, flying into the ball, and Stanley wasn't sure, although that ball was coming pretty hard at her. So Stanley with the reaction, can't keep it up. 15 serving 9. So now a 3-0 run with Svalberg serving. Oh, floats are beautiful into the 3 spot. Back set, here's the swing with Harold, and it just misses and goes out of bounds. Actually, that's Reynolds. I called her Harold, but it's Reynolds. And Grandview distancing itself now with a 7-point advantage. Shelton hard into the block, keeps it alive. Back set to Reynolds, over the top and way over the top. So 17-9. All of a sudden, 20 points seems pretty close to the Grandview Wolves. This was an 8-8 tie at one point. Back row attack, roll spike by Stanley proves to be the difference to stop that run. 5-0 run. There have been several runs in this set already. 6-0 run to start for Mullins and Grandview. Then a 5-0 run for Shap to answer. Then a 4-0 run and answered by another 5-0 run by Grandview. Chaparral's got to get it under control. Trying to get it over the blockers is Reynolds, and she is challenged at the net by Koppel and Kat Denny. And just like that, 18-10 Grandview with McLaren, the sophomore, at the serve. Goes right after the 5 spot. Ellis to Shelton. Back row attack. Here comes Montgomery over the blockers. Nice dig by Thorpe. Back set to Ferguson, down ball, good. And McLaren doing the somersault, trying to get to that one, to no avail. So 18-11 off the kill by Ferguson. She's been fun to watch too. Haley Ferguson, the 5'7" junior, very quick approach, very similar to Abby Shelton. Not a bad person to emulate. All right, outside it goes. Montgomery roll spike. Middle attack. That one comes by Abby Shelton. Picked up by Grandview. Ooh, Kat Denny barely got that one over. Backs it. Ferguson over the net. Ederoff keeps it alive. Backs it to Svalberg. Good rally once again. This one off the hands of Stanley on the hit. Thorpe outside. Dink right there. Right place, right time. Morgan Stanley caught Grandview out of position. Both teams doing a good job of spreading the offense. Chaparral wins that one. Down by 6, 18-12, Shelton on the serve. Right at Ederoff. Good pass. Kill on the way, picked up by Chaparral. Outside Ferguson, cross court, nice dig by Svalberg. Oh, radical angle. That one coming by Montgomery, down ball, good. Hard swing by Morgan Stanley, who comes into the match with 329 kills on the year. That one's been upped here in the state tournament. Shelton forces a service error, or rather a serve receive error on Grandview's part. So that 8-0 lead's starting to evaporate by Grandview. Chaparral never quits. Of course, that's key factor in why they're two-time defending state champs. 18-14. They were down twice to 11. They could have easily lost in that 5 sets, and they did not. They came back and won it. Service error for Shelton gives Grandview a 5-point lead. Mullen back to serve. She had 6 in a row. First part of the set. Oh, hits the tape. Gets the nice roll. Outside. Mullins. Rather, that's Stanley. Off the blockers. Got it. Morgan Stanley. Pretty darn automatic like Shelton. You got that combination. Very formidable bookends for Chaparral. Great supporting cast. This is a good team for Chaparral, playing some good volleyball at the right time. That one goes off the arms of the back row for Grandview as Chaparral creeps a little bit closer. 19-16. Serve coming from Thorpe. She's an excellent server. Backs it. Here comes Denny. Actually, that was Koppel into the block. And we've got Chaparral on a net violation. So it's going to be point inside out for Grandview, who makes it to 21st. They were up at one point 18-9. And Chaparral went on a 7-2 run. All right, back to serve is Amanda Wessner for Grandview. A little too strong. Service error for Grandview. 3 points separate these two teams. Earlier in the season, they played each other in a non-conference match at Chaparral. They trade off. They go back and forth each year. Chaparral won it at home, 3-1. Outside. Oh, no, middle attack. And Montgomery, nice combo in the middle there. Montgomery comes up with the big swing and the point side out. Grandview up by 4, 21-17. Montgomery to serve, but not before we get a timeout on the floor by Chaparral. You're watching live action of the Colorado High School State Volleyball Tournament from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. Montgomery, her team leading 21-17. Grandview over Chaparral. First set of the Final Four to see who goes to the state championship title match. Nice kill. That's Jaylene Adams. Number 15 with a big swing. Getting the point and the ball back for Chaparral. Morgan Stanley on the serve. What a player, what a teammate she's been for this Chaparral squad. Outside, Shelton off the blockers, picked up by Montgomery. Here it goes to McLaren. Tools it off the block, picked up, is it? Nope, hit the ground first. I tell you, it's fun to watch these young players blend in with the experience on both sides of the net here. Playing hard and playing well. Ederoff, nice service. Shelton's going to punch it over. Ederoff keeps it alive. It's going to be a roll spike to keep it in the court. Here's a slide. Dink by Adams. Set to McLaren. Pulls up at the 10-foot line, gets it down. Picked up by Chaparral. Middle set. Oh, great effort by Morgan Stanley and company to keep that ball up. The epitome of keeping the ball off the floor. Morgan Stanley laid out, line drive, and it was just off an arm that guided it over the net quicker than Grandview could react. 22-19. Outside McLaren. Over the blockers, good. Wow, no one contested that one. Went right through the uprights for a point. Grandview 2 away from winning set 1. 23-19, Svalberg on the serve. Oh, dying serve, ace. As that one fell right in front of Stanley and Moydell. Set point right here, Svalberg goes right at Stanley. Ellis outside, Shelton over the blockers. Nice dig by Montgomery. McLaren out. Lots of power behind that swing from the sophomore. As Haley McLaren, all legs, 6'2". All right, here comes Ellis. Set point again, 24-20. And Koppel seals the deal. That was actually Kat Denny, who came through with the big swing, and Grandview wins set 1, 25-21, as they take the first and out of the best of 5 to see who goes to the title match. We'll step aside and stay with us. Coming up, set 2 from the Denver Coliseum. It's Grandview. It's Chaparral. Grandview leads at 1-0. You're watching CHSAA.tv. State tournament playoffs. How much fun is that? High school volleyball action. You've got your friends, you got your family, you got your community, your school. And if you're Chaparral and Grandview, you got your teammates. Great programs, tradition running rich on the Grandview side, building on the Chaparral side with 2 consecutive state titles under its belt, defending their title. Lost set 1 against Grandview, looking to get back here. Tip over into the net, Chaparral. So right off the bat, starting set 2, Chaparral finds itself down 1-0. McLaren on the serve. Fish sets it up for Pasick. Outside, down the line. Nice swing, that one coming at the hands of Koppel. Koppel's got some power. She packs a good punch. Sometimes she's overridden by a Montgomery or a McLaren, but she really does a nice job. Outside, Stanley. Nice dig by Montgomery, got back. Trying to keep it alive was Fallberg, but it goes right back into the net. Chaparral on the board. 2-1, Grandview leads it. That first set was a set of runs, 6-0 for Grandview, then answered 5-0 by Chap, 4-0 by Grandview, 5-0 by Grandview, and then they won out 4-1 to finish the set and win it 25-20. 3-1 Grandview here in set 2. So back to serve is Mullins, and this time Mullins doesn't go on a run. Service error for Grandview. Both teams had a pair of service errors in set 1. 3-2, Chap down by 1. Moydell in to serve. Great server. And she sends it out. Answers with a service error, each giving the other a point, and Koppel back at the serve. So Grandview, last 2 times it's faced Chaparral, it's lost. Nice ace. How about that by a Koppel? 5-2 Grandview. Chaparral's gonna have to step up the energy and the focus here. Outside, shoot set. Stanley just gets it over. Back set. Ball is handled by Fallberg. Not a lot of heat behind it, but boy, great placement. Just behind the 10-foot line. Grandview extends that lead to 4, 6-2. Well, no lead is safe against Chaparral. We'll see what they do here. Down by 4. Back set. Here's the swing on Adams. Got it. Great execution. Ellis to Adams. Point inside out for Chaparral. Down by 3. Here comes this Morgan Stanley. What a career she's had. 5'10" senior. Was a right side. Very strong at the state tournament last year. Match that was won against this very same Grandview Wolves squad. So Grandview's lost the last 2 matches. One was at the beginning of this year, early on, first couple of weeks, and one was in state competition, the finals last year of 2011, where Chaparral's crowned for the 2nd time the title champion. All right, here's a quick set. Patrick makes it work. Outside, here we go. Shelton with the power, off the block. Kept alive by Chaparral. Outside it goes for McLaren. For Grandview, here's a dink by Adams. Nice save by Kat Denny. Fallberg on the dink. Oh, and nobody home. Defense was missing to cover the dink as Thorpe was pretty deep in the backcourt, and T.R. Ellis wants a timeout. 8-3 Grandview, quick lead here, 5-point advantage in set 2. They lead it 1-0. Our state championship coverage is provided in part by Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance. We'll be there the day you buy your first car, the day your first child is born, and the day you file your first claim. We'll be there to make sure your insurance coverage keeps up with all the changes in your life. Colorado Farm Bureau Insurance, get real coverage. Chaparral, 10-1 Continental League champions. Once again, won Region 3 by beating Liberty and Fort Collins. Had wins this season over Cheyenne Mountain. That's a big win. Cheyenne Mountain had a 55-0 record at the time. And then the very next week, Chaparral had its 49-0 string broken by Highlands Ranch. Defeated Holy Family, Grandview, Heritage, Mountain Vista, Ponderosa, Legend, Highlands Ranch in a rematch, Durango. These are all teams in the state tournament. All right. Good effort by Chaparral as we come back to live action. Point for the Wolverines, 8-5. Grandview in the lead by 3. Ball goes off the Wolves in the backcourt. And it's actually a point for the Wolves, so 9-4. Grandview leads it. Get that score straight. So I had 5 for Chaparral. It's really 4. 9 serving 4. Kept alive. Ellis to Reynolds. Reynolds mishit that one. So hitting air for Chaparral. Reynolds so effective in the victory over Cherokee Trail to get to this point against Grandview. Oh, nice float serve by Ederall. Outside, here it goes. Abby Shelton down the line. Beautiful kill by Shelton. 349 on the year. Ellis on the serve. Nice pass by Montgomery. Ooh, shoot set to Kat Denny. Sends it into the tape. Chaparral creeps back to within 4. Ellis serving. McLaren comes flying in after the set by, oh goodness. Ball was dug up by Thorpe. No one there to help on the set. Looked like a little miscommunication there on the part of the Chaparral Wolverines, that is. Outside Shelton. Pasick on the down ball. Here we go. McLaren's going to try it from the right side. Thorpe with the great dig. Outside Shelton. Off the block. Picked up by Ederoff. Oh, in the middle. Dink by Svalberg. Did not work. Right there to cover the net in the middle. Triple team Pasick, Shelton, and Reynolds. Well, Abby Shelton will go back to serve where she has 42 aces coming into the state tournament. Her team down by 4. Nice bullet in the backcourt. Ellis is going to set up Pasick. Down the line. Got it. So Shelton will continue to serve after the kill down the line by Pasick. Pasick, transfer from Ponderosa, has blended in nicely. Here we go. In the middle, the attack is blocked by Chaparral. Ooh, dink by Stanley to keep it alive. Outside it goes. McLaren, big swing, got it. Back row open. Shelton, the only one home, did what she could to get there and get a fingertip on it. Make that 12-8. Grandview keeps the lead. And finding the back row deep, that ball deep, if Grandview can keep it in the court, ace serve that time coming from McLaren. Not a lot back there, although Thorpe moved back just now to cover. Pasick too much. So service error by Pasick. You know, a lot of credit to this Chaparral squad. Losing Shelton early in the first set. And then coming back strong with the sophomore, Taylor Sherman. Then they got some contribution. Great contribution, that is, from the likes of Pasick, while Shelton was out the rest of the match, and they went on to defeat Cherokee Trail. Not an easy task. That's the will to win. This team pulled together to get back to the Final Four. Here's Adams, jump set to Morgan Stanley. Gonna call it a double hit. Double hit on Chaparral. Grandview starts to stretch that lead, which now goes to 6. 15-9 over Chaparral. Mullins, great server. There's Stanley, gets the luck of the draw there, hits the tape and the blockers, and falls into the court for a point. So 5-point deficit as Moydell comes in. She's an excellent server. Pasick will take a seat in the back for the back row. Jump serve, goes deep, forces Ederoff to back up. Here's the back set to Koppel. She'll tip it over. Nice. Oh, looked like Stanley had kept it up enough to give Moydell a chance to get there. Coverage on the court, a little bit spotty here for Chaparral. Grandview kicks that lead back up to 16, or up to 6, 16-10. Into the net, service there by Koppel. Second one of the set for Grandview. Morgan Stanley will go back to serve. Back set, here's Montgomery into the blockers. And it's gonna be point Chaparral, 17-11. We got a timeout on the floor. We'll take it with the Wolverines. 6-point advantage for Grandview. Set 2 in the semifinal match to see who goes to the state championship game. You're watching CHSAA.tv. Chaparral has its work cut out for it. 17-11, down by 6 to Grandview. Mary Kay Morrow courtside for the action on the Final Four, and a service error as that one goes sailing out by Montgomery. So back-to-back errors for Grandview. 17-12 now. As into the match for Chaparral is Kayla McDermott. Serving it up. Koppel goes outside of McLaren. Down, got it. Nice cross-court swing. Good point by the sophomore. McLaren is just fun to watch. Second team all-conference player as a freshman. Versatile hitter in the middle. Outside, she can do it all. A lot of potential, just a sophomore. All right, here we go. Got Ellis going outside. Shelton's gonna have to just roll spike and find the corner. Sweet hit by Shelton. Chaparral needs a lot more of that. So 18-13, Ellis serving. McLaren, again, beautiful angle. Picked up by Thorpe on the dig. Dink, right back in the face of Pasick. McLaren was right there. Pasick didn't get it high enough or far enough. McLaren takes advantage. 6-point lead once again by Grandview. 19-13. Svalberg on the serve. Oh, beautiful shoot set. Reynolds nails it. They gonna call that one out? Looked like that was in. No, I guess they're gonna call that one out. That was pretty. Just missed the line. First one to 20, Grandview. 20 serving 13. Svalberg on the serve. Middle attack. That was Shelton. Nice dig by Svalberg. And off the blockers. Good job by Chaparral coming back to get that point and stop the run. So serving it up is Shelton. Goes to this one spot. Nice dink. Picked up though by the block of Ferguson and Reynolds. Chaparral keeping their hopes alive here. Down by 5. Shelton on the serve. They got a good chance. All right, going outside. Here comes Koppel. Out. Oh no, they caught the line. Chaparral hoped it was out, but it did catch the line. Beautiful swing by Koppel. So side out and point for Grandview. McLaren will serve 21-15. Grandview leads it. Nice swing by Ferguson. Against the pole is going to be Montgomery, and we're going to get a call here. She said she was away from the net. It's a tough call. Look like she was on the pylon. She's saying she hit the pylon and missed the net. The down judge is saying she hit the net first. Nonetheless, point inside out, Chaparral. Thorpe, excellent server. Behind the line. Oh, just misses the back line. And she produces a service error. Not a good time for that. Gives Grandview just 3 points, or allows Grandview to just need 3 points to win set 2. Stanley off the blockers on the dink. Here's a roll spike by Montgomery, and the blockers are there. That was Ferguson and Adams, and it stays in front, 23-16. And Chaparral has to answer here. Ferguson. Picked up by Ellis, keeping it alive. That's pretty. Good defense. Roll spike, nice angle by Montgomery outside. Here comes Stanley off the block. Ederoff. Back set. Koppel. Stuffed. Stanley and Adams, as Ferguson will take a seat. Aaron Moydell will come to help her out in the back row and serve 23-17. Key part of the match. Chaparral loses this one. They were down 2-0. They need to win this match. Keep it tight there. Stanley, nice dig by Ederoff. Koppel's gonna get a tough job. She did. Tough ball to try to go over her shoulder and find a way to keep it in the court. 5-point advantage now for Grandview with Moydell at the serve. Good person to have behind the line. For Chaparral, jump serve floats in. Oh, goes straight back over. 2 people are there. And both Stanley and Adams take advantage of the serve receive error. Timeout on the floor. This one goes to Grandview as Patty Childress wants to talk about it. Her team had as much as a 6-point lead. Now it's down to 4. We'll step aside. You're watching CHSAA.tv. 23-19, outside, Montgomery into the blockers. Picked back up by Grandview, another stop, this one by Adams. 4-0 run for Chaparral, and this is the type of grit that Coach T.R. Ellis and her staff have instilled in this program. That's what happens when you win. They have been fighting back. They did so without their ace on the end, Shelton, and Montgomery sends it out. No touch. Chaparral now at 21. At one point, Grandview had a 7-point advantage, just down to 2. Jump serve again by Modell. Quick in the middle, Patrick gets it over and in. Nice job by Patrick. Smart positioning on that ball as it was into the corner, no one there. Set point, Grandview wins this one. It'll take 3 in a row for Chaparral. They got to play tough here. Keep that from happening. Stanley gets it over. Quick in the middle, Patrick off the blockers. Nice attempt by Shelton, gets it over on the dig. Great rally here. Ellis outside. Who's there? Stanley. Oh, just missed the corner. Just missed the corner. As Morgan Stanley can do it all. She has been. And that time it doesn't stay in the court. Grandview goes up 2-0 with a 25-21 set 2 victory. And they lead Chaparral 2-0. Win this one, they're headed to the finals once again. You're watching Colorado High School State volleyball action live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.tv. 25-20, 25-21. Grandview wins the first 2 sets in semifinal action here from the Denver Coliseum. Mary Kay Morrow getting set to call the 3rd set between Chaparral, the 2-time defending state champions, who defeated Grandview last year in the finals. Abby Shelton to start the serve. They need 3 wins, and a good way to start. Ace by Shelton. She had 42 coming into the state tournament. She gets one here. Shelton tries again. Oh, takes that risk. When you got those line drives, they're so close to the tape. So point inside out for Grandview. Mullins, who's had an excellent Mullins had an excellent tournament serving. Sends that one into the net as both teams now back-to-back service errors. 2-1 Chaparral. So Thorpe, another good server, back behind the line for the Wolverines, goes right at Kat Denny. Roll spike by Montgomery. Oh, she's right there. Tough ball. Anytime you get this far in the state tournament, you got so much coverage along the net. That ball dug up by Stanley, but put away right at the net by Montgomery. We're tied at 2. Koppel on the serve. Tough ball. It's going to have to be free. Oh, Shelton should have probably free balled it over. She was flat-footed. Sent that one into the net. Grandview up by 1. So Koppel will serve. Kylie Koppel. As that ball goes into Chaparral territory, and Chaparral comes out on top with that one. So we are tied at 3 apiece. Jump serve by Moydell. She is so solid in the back row and as a server. Swing by Svalberg, picked up in the back row by Chaparral. Nice. Attack by Stanley, keeps it alive. Thorpe. Quick in the middle by Patrick. Nobody's there. Bodies flying. Shelton went deep. Moydell went short. And the ball slices in between. Patrick, beautiful swing, and Grandview up by 1, 4-3. So Montgomery starting to become one of those go-to players. He's done a fantastic job this season in developing and making a big impact for this Grandview squad. The block was solid, down it goes, and Grandview increases its lead to 2, 5-3. Oh, nice dump. Good decision by Sarah Ellis, and Chaparral gets the point in the side out. The senior did a nice job of reading that one. All right, Morgan Stanley, here's another senior. Phenomenal. Great all-around player, terrific teammate. Ball's in the court, we're gonna have a replay. So Stanley catches a break. She'll try it again. So replay, Stanley, line drive. Kat Denny keeps it up. Svalberg over the top of the block. Back set, here's a swing on Adams, got it. Jalene Adams, she's been fun to watch too. I've liked the way she's come in and played hard along with Reynolds. And it's just been a great effort by Chaparral to get this far in defense of its titles. All right, here we go. Backside, Svalberg. Nice dig by Moydell. Roll spike by Stanley. Outside, here comes McLaren. Sails it out of bounds. So 3 in a row by Chaparral gives the Wolverines a 6-5 advantage. Stanley will try it again, going right at the 5 spot in McLaren. McLaren will send it off the blockers. Outside, here comes Shelton, got it. Yeah, anytime you can get the defense going from the near side to the far side and the ball's going outside to Shelton, tough to handle. She got that ball down before the block was there. 7 serving 5. Oh, nice quick. Great ball handling skills by Koppel. Keeping it alive is Grandview. Svalberg keeps it up. Shelton hard off the block. It's going to go to Adams. The tip is blocked and kept keeping it alive. There's a roll spike. In the middle, Patrick. And Stanley was there for a moment. Patrick caught the seam between the 1 and the 6 spots. Grandview answers with the point. Nice rally. Chaparral up by 1. Outside here, Shelton. Nice dig there by Ederoff to keep it up. Back row by Montgomery. Power by Shelton. Great dig again. This one by Montgomery. Slide by Adams. Here's a back row attack, and it's blocked by Denny and McLaren. We are tied at 7 apiece. Tough to block those back row attacks, that's for sure. And Ellis, this time tools it off the defense, caught a couple of fingers, gives Chaparral a point, and a chance for Adams to serve it up behind the line. So Adams, nice float. In the middle, Svalberg, long on the swing. Shap goes up by 2. 9-7, must-win situation for the two-time defending state champion, Chaparral Wolverines. Came into this tournament 21-4. Lost a couple to Cheyenne Mountain and Lewis Palmer, along with Highlands Ranch and Heritage in league. And actually the loss to Highlands Ranch was in a tournament. The one league loss came to Heritage. 9-8, Grandview makes that one good. Gets the ball, the point in the side out. Svalberg on the serve. Is it a swing? It is. Reynolds goes over the blockers. Outside McLaren, got it. Oh boy, that one looked good. But the line judge was right there, called it immediately. So 10-8 Chaparral. As Moydell takes a seat, Fish returns to the, or actually Fish will serve. Reynolds will return. Ball goes down the line. Nice dig by Shelton. Outside, there's Ferguson. Great placement. Great placement by Haley Ferguson, the 5'7" junior. We've got a timeout on the floor. Chaparral 11, Grandview 8. You're watching Colorado High School State Volleyball live from the Denver Coliseum on CHSAA.com. Either. 11-8 Chaparral in the lead in set 3. They're down 2-0 in the match. Thorpe sets up Ferguson. Too much. Nice swing, but too high of a strike, and Grandview gets the point and the side out. So the timeout changes possession here on the next play. Here's Ferguson with the roll spike. Got it over. Backs it. Koppel. Great block by Shelton and Reynolds. Stuff on the outside near the pin. Grandview, oh, that one goes out of bounds. So they're going to give the point to Grandview on the block. McLaren on the serve. Dink by Ferguson. This one works. 12-10, Chaparral. Shelton will go back to serve. Usually can get a couple of points here when Shelton is serving. Got a great fan club. She's an all-stater. Played on the last 2 state championship squads. Oh, there's a ball right off the blockers. Thorpe will go outside to Ferguson. This one over the block and got it. Nice job. That, again, smart play by Ferguson. Opted for the placement instead of the power. 2 in a row. Shap up by 3, 13-10. Back set. Koppel's just going to stand up and go off the blockers. Oh, nice job. Thorpe kept it up, and Shelton dove and hit it, and it went straight into the net, but it almost went back over. Grandview gets the point, 13-11, with Mullins in to serve. And she sends it out of bounds. So 14-11. Second service error for Grandview. There's a dink by Koppel. Great pickup by Ferguson. Answers with another dink. This one by Stanley. Oh, deep in the backcourt. Good job by Thorpe to get there. And over the top, Morgan Stanley makes it work. Roll spike by Montgomery. Here's a back set for Ferguson. Good rally on the way. Here comes Koppel, cross court, off of a laid out fish. Rather, is that Ellis? That's Ellis. So Koppel able to get it around the block. Makes it difficult for Ellis to get there, and we're now at a 2-point differential, but another Grandview service error. So 15-12, Chaparral leads it. 3 service errors for the Wolves. Jump serve by Moydell. Back set, here comes Montgomery. Blocked by Stanley, stuffed. And right on the inside was Adams. Working hard at the net. You know, and one thing about this Chaparral squad, it does not have the height it had last year with the likes of Nicole Dalton, the Gatorade Player of the Year, Elizabeth Campbell at 6'3". I mean, they had the 6'2", 6'3". A lot of height going. Those players have now moved on to Duke and Texas respectively. And then they had Potts White. You know, they had a lot of extra firepower, but guess what? They've got a lot of heart on this team, so they're making up for the height with will to win as Chaparral up by 3. 16-13 here in the third set, down by 2 in the match. Koppel goes outside to McLaren. McLaren sends it out. So Shap extends that lead to 4. Koppel on the quick. Patrick picked up by Moydell to Thorpe. Deep in the backcourt, Kat Denny. Now it's a back set by Svalberg, blocked by Shelton and Adams once again. So between Shelton and Morgan, they're doing a nice job teaming up with Adams along the net. Oh, they're going to call, no, they're going to say that ball was, no, that ball did not stay in the court. So that was actually point for Grandview. And here's another one, that's an ace. So ace by Ederoff. She'll try it again. Ooh, this one off the body of Moydell. Back set to Ferguson. Now that was Adams. And Adams gets the kill, and she will go back to serve. So point Chaparral maintaining a 3-point advantage. And struggling on getting that ball back over and keeping it off the ground is Grandview. So another point for Chaparral, 4-point lead. Could be the first time in the match that Chaparral is the first one to 20. That went off of Ederoff's face. Roll spike, flat-footed by Svalberg. Here's the swing. McReynolds taps it over. Ederoff keeps it alive. McLaren on the roll spike. Outside, here comes Shelton. The power's off the blockers, good. So 20-15, Chaparral makes it to 21st, forcing Grandview into a timeout. We'll take 1-2. Chap leads at 20-15 over Grandview. Grandview 2-0 lead in the match. You're watching State High School championship matches. This is the semifinal match between Grandview and Chaparral. The winner faces Doherty in the finals. We're live on CHSAA.tv. Serving 15, Adams for Chaparral. Chap leads it by 5. McLaren with the power, gets it to drop right in front of the blockers. On the kill, point inside out, Grandview now. Back to within 4, Svalberg at the serve. Pass by Stanley. Kept it alive by Moydell. Here's a shoot set. Oh, nice roll spike. Great placement by Kat Denny. Kat Denny, a 4-year varsity player, has played middle, right side. Very strong. 3-point edge by Shap. Outside, Shelton over the blockers. Picked up by Montgomery. Back set to Koppel. She gets it off the block. And Moydell and Stanley lay it out and cannot get it up. So we got a timeout on the floor, this time by Chaparral's T.R. Ellis. So that 20-15 lead is now just 2 points, 20-18 for Chaparral. Our state tournament coverage is presented in part by College in Colorado. Explore your career options from sports broadcasting to electrician to nursing. Take a virtual tour of campus and find financial aid at collegeincolorado.org. That's collegeincolorado.org. Take a look at the Colorado Preps Network for complete coverage of the state volleyball tournament and state football playoffs. Go to coloradopreps.com. Covering the state, we've got some great coverage from all over the Front Range and the Four Corners area in Colorado. Will Svelberg will continue to serve. 3-0 run here by Grandview. Down by 2. 20-18 to Chaparral. Middle attack. Shelton off the block. Oh, quick by Denny, and she is able to put it away. Wow, beautiful set by Svalberg. Denny came flying in, pounded it to the ground. Into the net, though, doesn't count. To no avail. Point Chaparral by 3. Outside, McLaren with the big power. This time she throws it down. Actually, give that one to Koppel because McLaren was next to her, and Koppel found the seam in the defense. So now we're at 21-19. McLaren will go back to serve. Floats it over. Ferguson on the pass. Outside, Shelton got it. That was pretty. Looked like it was a little bit wide, but Shelton made short order of it and split the uprights on the defense. Chap by 3. And just need 3 more to get to 25. Make that 2 more on the ace serve. Another ace by Shelton. 23-19. McLaren comes out. defense is in, and that's going to be Claire Gordon for the Wolves. Beautiful line drive in the middle. Svalberg gets it over to Montgomery, and Montgomery struggled with getting enough height and sends it into the top of the tape. Set point right here for Chaparral. Shelton on the serve, 24-19. Goes to the one. Back set to Koppel. Nice dig by Ellis. Here comes Ferguson on the roll spike. Kept alive by Gordon. Montgomery over the top. Beautiful save by Thorpe. Here comes Stanley. Nice dig by Ederoff. Is it going to go out? And it didn't go out, but it wasn't saved by Svalberg. I think she wasn't sure where she was on the court. Nonetheless, point, and that'll end the set. Victory by Chaparral in set number 3, 25-19, forcing a set 4 as their backs were up against the wall. The Wolverines, facing a 2-0 deficit in sets, had a must-win situation and answer. We're headed to set number 4. Stay with us. Grandview wins the first 2. Chaparral wins the next one. 2-1 advantage. You're watching Colorado High School State Volleyball live on CHSAA.tv. Starting set 4, Grandview leads the match 2-1. McLaren on the serve. Shap struggles at the net. First point goes to Grandview, 1-0. So 25-20, 25-21 Grandview, and then 25-19 last set. Chaparral in a must-win situation is able to overcome and force set 4. McLaren now, 2 in a row. Good job on the net by Grandview again. McLaren sends it deep. Shelton, tight on the net was Ellis, but look at Reynolds. Reynolds made it work. Nice job by Ellis to make something out of nothing for that one. Giving the point inside out to Chaparral. So starting the service for Chap will be Thorpe. Terrific libero, great server. Outside, here comes Montgomery off the blockers, got it. Serving is Mullins. She's been fantastic in this match. Outside. Stanley off the blockers. No one there. Wow, one of the rare times that Grandview was out of position to cover on defense off the block. Grandview up 3-2. So Moydell comes in. Ferguson takes a seat. And Erin Moydell, what a career she's had. Oh my, ace serve. Key in the last two championship wins along with Shelton that this team has experienced. The school, unbelievable, was translated into other sports at Chaparral. Here comes Montgomery, hard off the block, and it goes out of bounds. Actually, it hit the top of the tape, so she was hitting around the block. Shap takes the point off of Milton Moydell's serve. So 4-3 Chaparral. Deep in the backcourt. Ederoff picks it up. Off the block is Koppel. This one's good. So we're tied up at 4. Grandview side out. Back to serve for the Wolves will be Tara Stilwell. She's seen a little bit of action, the 5'10 sophomore. 1 of 4 on the squad for Grandview. Outside it goes. Here's Stanley. Ooh, Stanley took a lot off of it. She was pretty far from the tape for that soft of a hit. Point Grandview, 5-4. Float serve off the arms of Stanley. Stanley shouldn't have probably stuck her hands in there. Thorpe was right there to handle it, and it caused a service error, serve-receive error, that is. Grandview 6 for Chaparral. Nice pass by Stanley. Roll spike over the blockers. Outside. Montgomery powers good. This one split the uprights right through Adams and Ellis. 7 serving 4, so Grandview on a roll with Stilwell back at the serve. Outside it goes. There's Stanley. Nice dig by Ederoff. Sets up Montgomery. Dink. Good coverage by Stanley. She'll roll it over. Oh, nice dump. Beautiful dump by Grandview. That one coming at the hands of Ederoff. Or, excuse me, of Svalberg. 4 in a row gives Grandview the lead. 8-4. Timeout on the floor by Chaparral. You're watching final action of the Final Four match between Chaparral and Grandview on CHSAA.tv. Run for Grandview. Stillwell still serving. 8-4, Wolves lead it. There's a hit by Stanley, kept alive nicely by Montgomery and company. Dink by Stanley. Here's Montgomery again. Nice save on the dig by Shelton. Free ball by Ellis. Dink again by Svalberg, and she makes it work 2 times in a row. Well, you know, it's rare to do it, and it takes you off balance, but to do it again, you're not necessarily expecting it either. So Svalberg makes it work. Pass by Thorpe outside. Here comes Stanley. Nice pickup by Ederoff. Svalberg goes outside. Here comes Montgomery. Cross court. Nice dig by Thorpe. Uh-oh. At the net. That's a tough ball when it's just going to be over the top. Montgomery not to be denied. 10-4. Grandview extends that lead to 6. Stillwell has 5 of those. Here comes Adams off of the block. And it comes back into the court. Shelton and Thorpe working hard to get there. No one able to keep it up. Another timeout by T.R. Ellis. Not too happy as her team saw that 4-point lead blow up to 7 here early in set number 4. Well, when you look at these two teams, as we said, you know, they faced each other in last year's 2011 state championship. Chaparral came out on top. And Coach Patty Childress said, you know, our team worked hard. We had a great team. Chaparral had a fantastic team, you know, with hitters like, you know, Shelton, Morgan Stanley, and also the likes of Nicole Dalton, who was versatile as a hitter and a setter, and then Campbell. But she said, you know, Grandview really worked hard. She was very pleased with the performance of her team. But this year, you know, they were young getting to the finals. She goes, this year, she said, overcoming the mental aspect of the game was real important. And it was early that these two teams faced each other. Grandview won the first set 25-14 at Chaparral and then lost consecutive 25-12, 25-19, 25-19 early in September. Well, a little different story here in the state tournament. September was a long time ago. Nice diving save by Stillwell. Here's Montgomery cross court. Great pickup by Thorpe on Chaparral. Down ball by Shelton. Keeps it alive for Chaparral. Montgomery's going to roll it over the top. Great rally in the makings. Here's Stanley. Tight on the net. Off the blockers. Dump again. Saved by Thorpe. No. Wow. Svalberg 3 times has made that dump work. And now an 8-point lead and an 8-0 run. Stillwell, who came in to serve, still serving. Swing, set, that's Adams. And another time, oh my. Svalberg's starting to think that it's going to be there every time now. That is 4 times in this 9-0 run that Svalberg has been able to find a hole. 13-4. Something's got to change. Chaparral going outside to Stanley off the blockers again. This time, no one's there to help out. So Chaparral gets the right bounce, gets the point and the side out. Stanley will go back to serve. What a player, Morgan Stanley. Intricate in this program into its success. Back set goes to Montgomery. That ball's going to sail out of bounds. So short-lived for Chaparral. As the score moves to 14, Grandview 5, Chaparral. On the kill attempt, blocked is Jaylene Adams. As Patrick and McLaren were right there for the double block.
expecting to get out of the Coliseum for a quick bite for dinner, please take
Chaparral down by 10 now. There's a service error by Grandview.
Parade of Champions will start at 6:30 with finals scheduled for 7.
15, 6, and Adams back to serve. Oh, quick, and Patrick gets stuffed. Adams on the roll spike. Outside, here it goes. McLaren. Radical angle, makes it work. She's got that down. She's got 2 more years to go. Beautiful kill by McLaren. 10-point advantage for Grandview. Not looking good for Chaparral. They're going to have to turn it around here. Change that momentum. Oh, nice shoot set over as Ellis gives Grandview a taste of its own medicine. Puts the ball down on the floors. Point inside out for Chaparral, down by 9. Ellis on the serve. Koppel handles it. Svalberg with the kill off the blockers. And Ellis down on the floor, not there in time. Back to a 10-point clip. Grandview leads it 17-7. Another service error, this one coming at the hands of Svalberg. And back to serve is Abby Shelton. Tremendous career here for Chaparral. Integral just like Stanley in those wins. And Modelo, look at that. This one on the angle coming from Koppel. Another kill. 18-8. Grandview, dare I say, in control. Set number 4, leading it by 2-1 in the match. Off the blockers, point Chaparral. So Reynolds will come out, Adams back in. Thorpe will go back to serve. Nice stuff block there. And actually more than it was a stuff block, it was an errant pass capitalized on at the net by Morgan Stanley. Point Chaparral. 18-10, Thorpe on the serve. Jump serve, McLaren struggles with it. Sets it over to keep it alive. Thorpe sets up, Stanley off the net. Good dig by Montgomery. She gets it back and puts it away. How about Morgan Montgomery? Good effort to not only make the dig and then get back on the line to get in position for the swing. Grandview 19, serving 10 for Shap. Nice tip at the net. Ellis keeping it alive is Thorpe. Stanley with the hit. Oh, nice job on the tip by Adams. Right place, right time. 19-11, Grandview up by 8. So Moydell comes in as Pasick takes its seat. Good person to have back behind the line serving is Aaron Moydell. Hits the 6 spot. Back set to Koppel. Down the line. Got it. Shelton trying to cover. She's getting up kind of tough on that knee. She's fighting through it. Senior year for Shelton. She and her partner there, Morgan Stanley. She's kind of the free person, kind of in no man's land, behind the back row. Thorpe. Now Stanley will free it over. Outside. Power dink. Picked up by the block off of Montgomery. Here's his little short swing set. Dug out by Moydell. Svalberg outside Montgomery. Off the block, nice dig by Shelton. Uh-oh. And to answer back off the dig was Patrick. And Chaparral didn't have an answer. And that's kind of been the story of this fourth set. 21-11. 10-point advantage late in the match. Ace serve. And that might do it right there. 22-11. Grandview has doubled up the defending state champs as Stillwell is in to serve. She was part of that 8-0 run that really was the turning point in the match. Swing set. Adams on the power dink. Put back over and a joust at the net. Won by Chaparral. Point for the Wolverines. 10-point lead by Grandview, 22-12. Stanley on the serve. Sets up Svalberg off the block, picked up by Thorpe. Outside it goes. Here's Shelton over the top. Outside again. This time power by Montgomery. Nice dig by Moydell. Shelton's gonna go power off the blockers. Got it. Nice swing. That's what you expect from Abby Shelton. She's done a lot of it, as we said, into the state tournament. 349 kills. Morgan Stanley, 329. Pretty incredible 1-2 punch. Okay, back set. Here's power dink by by Montgomery. Oh, quick in the middle, and Patrick puts it away. 23-13. Grandview has 2 points. And they can say that they will make it a return trip to the state championship title match. Nice dig by Adams. Outside, here comes Shelton. No, we gotta wait. Got a violation on Grandview. Automatic point for Chaparral. So 23-14. 9-point lead for Grandview. Adams on the serve. Oh, tight on the net. Who's there but Reynolds? Reynolds has been fun to watch. Hannah Reynolds, a 5'9" junior. One of 5 juniors on the squad. Here's a serve by Adams. Outside. Here comes McLaren. Stuff block. And that comes from Reynolds, joined by Ellis on the outside. 23-16. Shap not going away. Expect this from a TR Ellis squad. All right, outside. Here goes Svalberg off the blockers. Great dig by Adams. Roll spike by Moydell. Here comes McLaren. Power. What a dig by Moydell. Back over. Outside. McLaren's again and got it. That was just pretty. Over the blockers and strong enough to come down on it inside the court. Set match point right here with Ederoff serving. Grandview up 24-16. Sends it out of bounds. Wow. Crazy but true. That is the third service error for Grandview. Well, this is Sarah Ellis on the serve for Chaparral. Quick set, picked up by Ellis. Setting Pasic. Outside, nice strong sit. Oh, and there's McLaren. And she puts it away. No, TRL's got off the bench in a hurry, saying that McLaren was over the net. She couldn't help herself. That ball was just a bit above the net, and she was over it. And so point inside out for Chaparral. Down by 6, and guess what? Serve receive error by Grandview, and a timeout by Patty Childress. She wants to talk about it. All of a sudden, that 10-point lead has evaporated. 24-19. Chaparral all of a sudden doesn't want this to end. It's been set point for 5 points. And Chaparral down by 5, 24-19. With Grandview set match point away from meeting Doherty in the finals. One, two, three, 4-0 run make that a 5-0 run. 5-0 run. It was 22-12. And then it was 24-14. And a 5-0 run makes it 24-19 with Ellis on the serve. Outside, double block. Picked up by Grandview. Roll spike. Tight on the net. Got it. Kat Denny does the trick as Grandview returns to the state title match, this time against Doherty. We will have a new champion in Class 5A in Colorado High School State Volleyball as the two-time defending state champions Chaparral Wolverines go down in 4 sets to their longtime rival, especially in the state tournament, 25-20, 25-21, then lost 19-25, and then finally Grandview wins it 25-19 again to send itself into the championship match against number 1 Doherty here later tonight. Well, it's been a fantastic run so far in the state tournament. We've got one more match. We hope you join us on CHSAA.tv for the finals as Chaparral sees 5 seniors leave. That's Erin Moydell, Maddie Thorpe, Katie McDermott, Morgan Stanley, Sarah Ellis, and Abby Shelton with fantastic careers and years with Chaparral. You've been watching State High School Volleyball live from the Denver Coliseum. We sure enjoyed having you with us. Join us again on CHSAA.tv. I'm Mary Kay Morrow. Thank you for watching. Good night from Denver.